Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are coming up to the days of Hajj, and Hajj in particular is a very, very important pillar within the foundations of Islam. Many of us are aware that actually Hajj is one of the 5 pillars. As we know in the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned in a hadith, Bunya al-Islam wala khams, that actually Islam is built upon 5 pillars. And from them is the testification of faith, which is the first one, the Shahada. The second is the prayer. The third is the giving of alms or the zakat. The fourth is the Sawm or the fasting in Ramadan. And the 5th one he has mentioned is the Hajj or the pilgrimage to the Blessed House. And so we see here that this is considered to be an obligation. And we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also said in the Quran in many places, but one place in particular, he says, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. That is, and establish and perform the Hajj and the Umrah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so brothers and sisters, this is a reminder for myself and to yourselves that this is an obligation, just like the other obligations we have in this religion, an obligation that we should strive to fulfill. And this is something which will bring you closer and ourselves closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we visit His blessed house, as He is the one who actually invites those who come to His house and He gives them the tawfiq to go. And so my advice to myself and to yourselves is to make that intention if we haven't already been, and to make that blessed journey for the sake of Allah. And I just want to touch upon very briefly, because people ask, well, am I eligible? Do I have to go for Hajj? And I just want to briefly talk about some of the conditions which some of the scholars, they made upon the one who makes it obligatory for him to go on Hajj. And essentially, depending on who you follow, but generally it's about 5. The first is that one is a Muslim. That it is not necessary for, of course, someone who does not believe in Allah and His Rasul to go on Hajj. But it is important, incumbent on those, is a condition that one who is Muslim, he is eligible for Hajj. The second is that he is of sound mind, that he is mentally able to partake in the Hajj. So those who are suffering from any sort of illnesses, mental illnesses, etc., they are exempt as a rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The third is that one is an adult. The concept of achieving puberty is something which is considered to be a condition. And so although children who go on Hajj, inshallah their Hajj is accepted, it's not required upon them by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fourth, brothers and sisters, is that one is financially capable. So when one has taken all their assets and their expenditure, etc., and they have money and income, and for the food, for clothing, etc., if they have enough money which allows them to go on Hajj, to buy a ticket, to go with a group and to return, and it's kind of real disposable income which is extra, then it makes it a condition for them to go on Hajj. And the final one is the physical capability. If one is actually physically healthy, sound of mind, and they're able to go to Hajj and go through the stages of Hajj in terms of the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, and the standing on Arafah and the Tawaf, etc., etc., and they're able to come back in good health, then that makes them someone who is eligible, and it becomes a condition for him to go to Hajj if he has not already been. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that those who have fulfilled these conditions, that they make their intention to go on Hajj and visit the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, testifying to the oneness of Him. And those who do not have the ability, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for them, inshaAllah, and we pray for them that they have the ability in the near future. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.